Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's.
I'm pretty sure this would be illegal in Europe. This is like more calories in one meal than the average 10-year-old is supposed to consume on a daily basis.
People who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feastal.
You're creating a new market.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
No? You don't like Crunch Bars? I do like Crunch Bars, but...
Yes, Keith
Let me try this.
Lee.
Maybe these are defective. Oh my God, this tastes good to me.
Look at that.
Wait,
You see this, Mo? So Keith Lee said it's and then Mr. Beast asked him, "Oh, you don't like Crunch Bars?" He goes, "I do like Crunch Bars, but these are you know." And Mr. Beast takes it away from him and go, "Maybe these are defective." Eats it himself and goes, "Oh my God, these are amazing." You see what kind of show?
Again, it's too sweet. Let me try this. Maybe these are defective. Oh my God, this tastes good to me. Wait, we're supposed to be ranking them. I rated the first one, so we going completely off of. Oh, well, completely off of.
We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Even
How can you grab your own chocolate that you're shilling, eat it, and go, "Oh my God, it's so good. It's 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. How do you have the audacity to do that? I never seen that clip before. Now that I just see it, I love Keith Lee, and Mr. B just dropped down one notch in authenticity to me. All right, Maurice, we're old men, and it's safe to say that we don't watch Mr. Beast, but you do know who Mr. Beast is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he just makes these videos where he holds competitions and events where people could win money, and he likes to say things like, if you subscribe right now, you get a chance to win. He got me, okay? He got me. He did this Hunger Games. No, not Hunger Games. Squid Games one, right? You must have heard about the Squid Game one that Mr. Beast did, or did you not? Well, you know Squid Games, right?
Yeah, I've seen
Great
it.
show,
I've seen it.
right?
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah.
So Mr. Beast did the exact same thing, almost every single challenge. He just redid it. Even that licking the candy thing. He did it in real life, okay? I watched that. Everyone had watched that. And during that show, he says, subscribe to my channel and you will get a chance to win like $10,000. I'm a sucker. I subscribe to the channel. That's why this man sitting today has 300 million subscribers. Do I have to give you some time to let that sink in? He's the #1 subscribed person on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why if this is actually the downfall of Mr. Beast, it's going to be breathtaking because Mr. Beast, his real name is Jimmy. I'm not too sure what his last name is, but he has the aura of being pretty much a saint, and the internet collectively loves him, right? And he gives money away, yada yada, as I've alluded to.
That's what I've known him for, really, as a philanthropist. And yeah, I've
planting trees.
Heard him like doing very good. He's like has tons of money, just creates these contests for a good cause or something like that. So that's his kind of like
that's his shtick. Now I wonder if it is a shtick, because I seen like this little profile on him, but mind you, it's like a little mini documentary that I'm pretty sure he had a lot to say in how it came out and how it made him appear. He told his life story. He comes from North Carolina, like a small town, and he was just obsessed. He was this awkward kid that was just obsessed with YouTube. Great story. Like, he made YouTube videos for 1 or 2 people watching for years, and he just kept wondering why people wouldn't watch. And then he eventually started doing these weird things. One of the weird things he would do was count to 20,000. Like, literally a video of just him sitting there going 1, 2, 3 all the way to 20,000. And he started to get this little buzz. And as his channel started to grow, as he started to think of more weird things, he got his first sponsorship for $5,000. And with that sponsorship, you know what he did? Anybody else would have thrown it in the bank, bought something they've always wanted. Mr. Beast took his first $5,000, walked outside, saw a homeless guy, told his friend to record him, gave it to the homeless guy. And that video blew up, right? And so this was probably the origin story of a Mr. Beast. Now, I guess now we fast forward a few years, and Mr. Beast now is the top subscribed channel on YouTube. No one has a bad thing to say. And then the first crack drop. Well, first crack drops, can I say that? First coin drops, right? And it's his best friend. Okay? It's a guy named Chris that now goes by the name of Ava. He became a transgender. Okay? So everything's fine. Everybody loves Chris too. They don't care that now he's Ava or whatever. Mr. Beast continues on doing these things. And yeah, like I said, Ava is a beloved part of the Mr. Beast brand, and it's growing into an actual beast of a company. It's huge now. And just recently, it came out that Ava was pretty much grooming and sexually suggesting things on a Discord that they have to minors, because Mr. Beast's audience is all young, right? They're all kids, 15, 14, even lower. And Ava was just being disgusting with these kids on this Discord. And even like everything is alleged. I'll have to say that because I know the story, but I'm not like a detective in the story or whatnot. I just know tidbits. So from what I understand is that he was putting in CP into the Discord chats for these people to watch. If not CP, I mean, prawn itself is bad enough if you're putting it on with kids watching. So all this is coming out right now. So Chris/Ava is on the verge of being canceled, if not already canceled, because there's really no coming back from this. And I do believe it's been proven or whatnot. So the problem with this is, besides that he's affiliated to Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast has never really acknowledged or claiming ignorance of this whole thing, they proved that Mr. Beast was also in that Discord at the time. Now, if he's participating in the prawn part of it, right? We don't know. But he was in the Discord, and people are saying he must have known what Ava was doing. Okay? Now, because of this, that first crack, of course, like on your windshield, it's going to start to spread. Now people are saying that Mr. Beast fakes his video, right? And this is where we're going to get into this video that we're going to react to, that Mr. Beast would get his friends in on certain contests. There was one situation where he was selling shirts online. He was selling shirts for $40, Mo. That's a lot for a t-shirt for kids to buy, but he would sign it. And there was a scandal in that too, and it's all going to be covered in this video. And the guy that made this video was irritated that Mr. Beast's friend, Ava or Chris, did all this without any repercussions for the longest time. And I guess this is sort of like a get back. He's an ex-employee, if I didn't mention that, of Mr. Beast. So he's going to put out all the tea for everybody to drink in this video. So before we carry on, I need to give credit to the guy who made the video. So this is being brought to us by Dogpack 404. Okay, he's the guy. The title of this video is "I Worked for Mr. Beast. He's a Fraud." Okay, so this is the video that we're watching.
Millions of dollars on YouTube videos as a gambler.
Up an illegal lottery for money. You don't have to pay anything to enter a legitimate sport.
This is legal.
I'll turn it down a little more. It's still pretty high.
Fake signatures.
Ponzi schemes are great.
You can still hear it, right?
Yeah.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former Mr. Beast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video. So this is part one into my investigation into Mr. Beast. I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3.
The Chris stuff is what I just filled you in on.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward. And also like, going to the authorities isn't going to work, because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person is this way or that, you know, there's obviously evidence of like the shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person, and the company protects her, or they were protecting her, and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video. But, you know, these messages happen in like Mr. Beast discords, and yeah, I don't know. It's a mess when like Mr. Beast contestants are being exposed to like minor attracted persons and the company's protecting them. You know, there's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything, and like seeing that that's sort of used in weird ways. And you know, there's been like parasocial relationships, and you know, encouraging like almost children simping for these people. And you know, maybe that's as nefarious as it gets, or maybe it goes deeper. Anyway, here's an old podcast clip of Jimmy explaining that he knows that his audience is young. Which is an old clip. You could say like his audience grew up. I would say he's gained most of his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Also, this clip really just shows that like he understands the YouTube analytics are bullshit, because he can try to use that as a defense, but he knows. So here's that clip, and then I'll get into the video.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24, but I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot like that, because, you know, little kids lie about their age, or they're on their, you know, like...
Well, yeah, and then I have like a fucking massive one for like the 40-year-old range, because all the fucking idiots are on their parents' account.
Now, Mr. Beast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. Mr. Beast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with Mr. Beast in a way that benefits Mr. Beast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button, because you might bump into me in real life, and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of Mr. Beast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand, promising big rewards in return. Now it's your turn to do what Mr. Beast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a Mr. Beast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that Mr. Beast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what Mr. Beast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards.
Okay. This is a good talking point. Okay. And I'll get your take on this. When you run something like this, like Mr. Beast is doing, this, like, oh, subscribe, you get a chance to win. That's gambling. Right? On his banner of his channel for the longest time, if maybe since the beginning, it says subscribe to win a cookie. Right? So this is his whole objective. His whole motive is to get you to subscribe for a chance to win. So technically that is gambling. Now, I've seen Mr. Beast on my son's iPad, which has the YouTube Kids. So Mr. Beast falls in the YouTube Kids category, right? Which is hard to do. And he's there. And if he says something like this, I don't want my kid to subscribe just so that he could win something. That's exposing him to a certain idea of reward for subscription, right?
My version of gambling is Vegas, is betting. Put money in on a lottery is gambling. Pay to play. Subscribing, I don't think really truly translate to you spending money.
What's the difference between that and buying a raffle? I'll put it that way.
You spend money for a raffle.
It's a free raffle.
Well, then is that gambling? I don't know. Depends on your perception, because
you are getting something from me, my subscription.
So what you're saying is if I walk outside, I'm gambling every single day.
Well, take it to that extent, okay?
Right.
Like, oh, you're gonna get hit by a car. That's another. Well,
I think if you're
that's
paying
another
to play,
thing.
that's more of gambling to me. When we're talking about gambling, we're talking about money. We're talking about, hey.
Well, here, you know what? I think maybe I let you watch a little more in because there is a T-shirt thing that would probably fit more your idea about gambling, and maybe you could come around to my line of thinking. So subscription to possibly win something you would say is not gambling. Okay.
I mean, you can argue that's gambling, but it's not in the form of what we traditionally think.
Contribute to his cause
As gambling,
and one day
right? Okay.
he'll help you too. That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini, and to make sure you could be in one of these. Subscribe right now, and you might get picked for the next video. I might give you a chance to subscribe, and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe, and you can come next time. I might give you $100. Subscribe again. Subscribe, and you could win $10. Subscribe button, and you could also win $100,000. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. Mr. Beast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize. I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of Mr. Beast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's gotta be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a huge problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. Also, if what we had to film was scripted, you know, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, but it's not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy. This whole room is fake. This contestant is an actor and a secret employee at Mr. Beast. They had him dive through this fake door twice. This line is scripted. This action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will not. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former Mr. Beast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at Mr. Beast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into a $1 million mansion.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so Mr. Beast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to Mr. Beast, and oftentimes friends and family of Mr. Beast employees, or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Okay, that looks fake right there.
Oh, come on now. Mr. Beast on his way to donate 500K to his friends.
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former Mr. Beast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were Mr. Beast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money. But doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys were blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave. Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out, but seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did, in fact, help them off camera. Apparently at the end, they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls, so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many Mr. Beast employees boys get out immediately. I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show. But hey, that was a while ago, so I'm just glad they're not doing another rigged boys versus girls video. So knowing that Mr. Beast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water. And assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they could sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing, but there are many examples of contestants losing. And in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
We always have the same person tie all the knots so that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches. And then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
Okay, this is another good talking point. Let me ask you, okay. If you were watching a show that you believe is real, like Survivor, I loved Survivor. I watched like 8-10 seasons or something. I enjoyed every minute of it. If I were to find out that any of it was rigged, it would ruin my experience and I would not watch any more Survivor going forward. With Mr. Beast, he has always claimed that all his stuff is also real. How do you feel if your favorite game show you find out is fake?
I'm trying to relate here. Is there something I feel passionate about, addicted to that? I mean, there's like certain people that I think that, you know, you never, you thought you knew who they were until otherwise. Like Tiger Woods, I was really kind of like, he had this also the same type of profile, like a family guy, a genuine,
right, very clean.
Yeah, clean, guy, with a good, all good on paper and everything that, and then like the window cracked and then everything just kind of like,
his car flipped over, and everything.
Yeah,
everything changed.
Yeah, someone took a golf club to the car or something like that.
Yeah,
and then that was kind of, I was like earth shattering, or actually it was a dose of reality. Like you never get invested into something. So I think I took that. There's several life lessons or several experiences growing up where you just kind of like, kind of have this, and then it just kind of turns out to be something different. Right. So, I mean, the thing is, for me, and maybe I just have I've came to a realization way early on that, a lot of these shows, contests like Survivor and all these other shows, the producers, I mean, in order for it to be successful, it's got to spin up drama. It's got to captivate the audience, and they're going to sway. They're going to quote unquote quote rig it one way or the other. Now,
well, yeah, don't use the word rig. I mean, I think I get what you're saying, but the word rig, I mean, if you think about the NBA and use the word rig, I mean, they'll shun you, right? Because that's just an awful word when it comes to the world of sports, the world of
I'll say this. How about influence? If they're trying to sort of like influence.
I don't mind that. If it's just like they're going to do something just to spice it up a little bit, maybe play an angle, like a love angle, stronger than it is. I don't care about that stuff. Spice it up. I know you want ratings. I know you want views. I get it.
This is the same thing, right? Because this former employee says like he does stuff in post production to make it look like there's tension or something there or something going on.
Yes, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
That's what they do
part.
on these shows too. So he's pointing out some of the things that I'm not sure if you can take heart to heart. They're saying like he's fake, right? Because Survivor does that too. They might two people having a completely innocent conversation, they splice it up and then they put it head to head like as if they're talking to each other, and there's like, oh, there's beef between the two, when in reality, post interviews and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I was just in a room and just said this, and they just played it against us or something like that, and put this in my ear and that ear. So I think it's kind of touch and go. So
drumming up,
what's that?
I would say drumming up tension and stuff like you mentioned before. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Like
stuff.
spinning it also, like for instance, he talked about like that girl versus boy thing, right? Kind of paid off.
He wanted it to be a little bit more even, so he gave the girls a little bit more advantage, right? But the most egregious one is the one where the guy jumps in the water and is spinning the valve, right? And the valve is not connected to anything. So they were setting that up for effect for the guy to win. And they're saying, yeah, they were doing a good thing because they wanted the guy to win the money. The guy in the video doing this video, that is. At the same time, you wanted me to believe this is real. So you are technically tricking me. I'm not excited about getting tricked to believe something. This reminds me of this one. Let me just give you an example, okay? Maybe you'll come to my page. There's a guy out there that does TikTok interviews with couples. Okay, he goes up to the couple and says, "Hey, would you allow your girlfriend to check your phone, check your messages, yada yada," right? And a lot of the times it's all innocent, it's all love, and nobody's cheating on each other. But there is that certain time that someone does catch another one cheating, and he noticed that was the most views he would get was when he would get the cheater, right, in his street interviews. And these were completely real in the beginning. And you could tell because everybody would just seem so genuine. And sometimes it's easy to spot a fake. So he was not getting enough views. So he decided, he still got a ton of views, mind you, but he wasn't getting those viral views that he really wanted. He started to fake his videos. And once people found out he faked one video, guess what? They're going to start to question if he faked all those early videos, and it ruins everybody's experience and his image going forward. And you can't win it back, right? So, like in that example, would you agree that leading your viewers to believe one thing when you know it's something else? It might not be 100%. It might only be 10% of something else. It's still a little misleading.
Now, if your whole stick is that, hey, everything is from every single detail, everything's genuine.
No, the whole stick is that Mr. Beast is genuine. That's the whole stick. Yeah. That's the whole thing that the internet is trying to unravel as of this point. So let's go ahead and see what else, what other allegations this fella is gonna share.
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game, but it's not. If
this is another event.
Finding people, they can see and they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body into the smallest space, and I was in there for hours.
Let me read this real quick. If you don't know, Mr. Beast edited Rosanna and Quackity out of the top 3, creating a fictional story where Logan Paul was top 3. Mr. Beast does not deny this. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw this, and this is one of the contestants. I think it was like, is it like hide and seek? Yeah, it was hide and seek.
It's hide and seek, I believe. And she said that she contorted herself into a small cabinet. So I guess that's where she left off in that story.
Even open the door. They were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all the cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're going to find me. They're going to find me. And then I could hear them saying, like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air.
Wait, did they find her? Or did they? Well, they obviously didn't find her, right? Because that's the controversy.
No, I think if memory serves correct, is that
it says right there.
They found her, but not in the sequence that they portrayed.
Well, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel that that's sneaky right there. That's not.
There you go. I was just looking for some emotions from you. And they said that they found her. Look at that little text right there. Rosanna was found in transition after they told everyone to move. So when they said, hey, everyone come out, she moved, and they said they found her. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, because that's old news, and I saw that before.
2024, Cat Williams predicted all of this. This is crazy. Everybody's falling in 2024. Anyways, let's continue.
Air vents or the ceiling, and they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling.
So I am up here. Okay, I feel good about this spot.
If it was held accountable, especially because this was a YouTube original production, Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules, and guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, Mr. Beast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Don't you think that's annoying? I find that aggravating.
What?
She tried her heart out. She contorted into a cabinet.
Oh,
right? Yeah. And she was told not to climb the roof, which I'm sure she could have did, right? And the guy that did climb the roof, breaking the rules, is your winner with no repercussions. Well.
Yeah.
Also, I think some of the Mr. Beast giveaways have been fake, but I'll get to that later. So now that I've explained some of the ways that Mr. Beast lies to build trust with his audience, I want to go on to explain how he exploits that trust for profit through running illegal lotteries.
This is what I was talking about. Illegal lotteries.
Children diabetes and more. A call to action is simply when you tell the viewer to do something, saying subscribe is a call to action. Early in his career, Mr. Beast found a better...
Tell me why this guy has so much hate for this guy.
He used to work for Mr. Beast.
This is like a lot of research and production.
It looks like the room of a maniac, and he probably is a maniac to put up a wall like that and forget to focus his camera. Everything's all blurry. But he used to work for Mr. Beast, and he didn't like how they handled the Ava situation from what I recall. And he didn't like how Mr. Beast ran the company. So that's pretty much it. So this is his exposed video.
Takes a call to action and he adds positive or negative reinforcement to it. Now, as adults, we can recognize that subscribe for a cookie is a joke. It's not a real offer, but again, Mr. Beast's audience is primarily children who may have authorities in their life that actually use sweet treats or video game detentions as forms of reinforcement, and you aren't born understanding sarcasm. Whatever the reason, these reinforced call to actions are more effective than just saying subscribe. Oh, but there's an even much better version. The call to action giveaway.
If you guys want to win a brand new PS5, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. I can't believe people are still doing fucking giveaways. Holy shit,
PewDiePie,
it's so annoying.
The voice of reason.
Stop this fucking shit. I'm so tired of it. Fucking 10 years of YouTube. People are still like buying subs for this shit.
Over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free Samsung Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to your channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
I literally spent over $1 million on these phones, and we literally found him 1 minute before Zach. I spent over $1 million on these phones. All you have to do to enter is hit that subscribe button.
Samsung, I just want you to love me.
So yeah, that's what a call to action giveaway is. At best, they are a way to buy subscribers.
So what?
But much of
Everybody does it. So what?
No, everybody does it. Like any scummy channel that you watch does giveaways.
Yeah, well,
your reputable channel is not doing giveaways like this.
I mean, I don't have a reputable channel, so I don't know. But to me, it's like, wow, it's like
Look, I get it. It's a form of advertising. Yes, it's a form of getting subscribers because they do get a chance to win. But what if they don't get a chance to win? Dun dun dun.
And they're legitimate scams.
Well, isn't that
actually give away
Vegas?
a prize, or in the case of these live
Pretty
streams,
much.
they're illegal lotteries where the only way to win a prize is by making a purchase. And obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to show you the law and then show you irrefutable evidence of what's being done, and you can make your own conclusions. The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any Mr. Beast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money. On August 2nd, 2020, Mr. Beast live streamed him and his friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million subscribers.
The shirt
and here
scandal.
are just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we got to give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 in their order. In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I counted 46 illegal lotteries. These lotteries are also run poorly. Multiple times they would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is going to win.
In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000?
We do.
Yeah. So, all right. So the newest order in 30 seconds, we are going to put $1,000 in your package.
Stephen K.
Okay.
Stephen King. And there is no second giveaway 30 seconds later, like Jimmy said. This is just one very shady giveaway. They just go on to talk about how Stephen made a profit.
Stephen's a handsome name.
So he actually walked away with some money.
We're proud of you, Stephen.
I counted 13 of these extra shady lotteries where they did not give the prize in the original time frame that they said.
Okay, so we're going to put 2 iPhones in this piñata, and we're going to give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes? 5 minutes. Buy a limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're gonna pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Yeah, oh,
we did one.
Oh wait, hey Daryl. First, actually, before we do that, we never picked a piñata.
So these clearly fit the definition of an illegal lottery. These clips are also not out of context. No one ever said no purchase necessary. There's nothing in the description or on the website. At one point, Mr. Beast is informed that they ran out of PlayStations, and he says, are we trying to not sell merch?
Our city is sold out of PlayStations. We don't have any. We have to give away. Are we trying to not sell merch?
So he clearly knows that they're making more money by running these illegal lotteries. Another shady thing he did was constantly suggest that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. Like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh, I know we're not gonna make money. What are we doing, guys? We're gonna check after the stream, and it's gonna be like,
oh no, what a waste.
Yeah, I know.
So
we're gonna break news.
Okay, so we've got a lot of. Oh, so here you've got the smoking gun, right? You've got a bunch of stuff. So what does Mr. Beast have to say? Has he responded? Has he? I mean,
he hasn't responded. He's only responded so far to the Ava scandal by distancing himself from Ava. That's pretty much it. And he only produces a video about once every month because his videos are so extravagant. And I guess we'll see if there's anything on Twitter, but so far we haven't heard anything because the snowball is barely rolling. You're talking about only a couple of days that this whole...
Well, no, that video that you show me, whatever, that's been...
Those are old, but it didn't snowball. This is snowballing right now. Where in all the little YouTubers,
this viral video right here, this one right here, the excellent former.
This is the video that kind of broke the camel's back, that started the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. that got everybody's attention. You know how people, the internet forgets, like maybe that whole situation with that girl in the cabinet. Everyone forgot about it, but now it gets rehashed. Now it's going to be basically dogpiling. Once the bigger streamers like Moist Critical start talking about Mr. Beast instead of the Ava situation, then it's almost game over.
Neutral.
When there was just no way they were ever even close to losing money on this stream.
I don't know who this is, but you just got a pair of AirPods. Oh my gosh, we're not making money. Guys, we need to stop giving everyone something.
We've just lost like 7
almost everything.
Well, to me, all his contests seems too good to be true anyway, so I never bought into it.
It's because we're old. We're speaking as adults. We got to view this from a kid's aspect. Like, say if Hudson and Carter, our sons, would be like old enough, like in that category of Mr. Beast, like 13 years old or something like that, and how would we behave if we saw our kid really into this stuff, telling us to buy a $40 Mr. Beast t-shirt because Mr. Beast is going to sign it, which is another scandal in itself.
I would have said,
that's coming up.
Afford that. I can afford that. What you get?
He said, Daddy, why you a broke ass? What if he says that?
I was like, because
I wish Mr. Beast was my dad.
I refuse to compromise my channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's the children. Think of the children, because you're not supposed. YouTube is very strict on advertising when it comes to YouTube Kids. Just know that. Before you could advertise, before like that kid, I forgot his name, Ryan, right? Ryan's World. He would always be selling toys, his own toys. He'd be doing product placements for Hasbro, Mattel. They can't do that anymore. Did you know that? YouTube has strictly forbade any kids channel that falls into YouTube Kids to do any type of advertising to kids, because they know how detrimental it could be for the parents. If a kid is consistently nagging you, and the parents, they feel bad, and they had a backlash, and YouTube got sued. I don't know about how much for that practice of leaving in advertisements for videos targeted at children. So they ain't playing that game anymore.
We put something in their package. I'm not going to make money.
In 5 hours, they gave away about $50,000 worth of stuff and sold over 50,000 t-shirts. Selling these t-shirts at $42 each, profit margin would be about $22. But even if they were making like $1 per shirt, they would still be fine. Also, by my estimates, only 1 in every 1,600 orders actually won a prize. And I guarantee he has real-time analytics on his laptop. He knows they make more money every time he says, "Oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit?" That's why he keeps saying it. Also, they just don't show how winners are picked. So it's probably not actually random.
I kind of wish this guy did not wear this police outfit and behave in such a manner, but I guess it worked. The video went viral. Everyone's watching it.
And humans have biases. Imagine Jimmy tells the guy off camera, "Hey, pick a name right now." And he sees 2 names. One is easy to pronounce, one is not. This is why lotteries are heavily regulated, to ensure fairness. Also, obviously, you have to be 18 to play the lottery. It's gambling. Mr. Beast isn't just promoting gambling to children here, he's running the casino. And this isn't even close to the worst stream he's done. 4 months later, Mr. Beast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more illegal lotteries. And by the way, the rest of these streams were taken down shortly after upload, so all I have is some old clips.
Okay, so this is clearly personal. The way this guy...
It's personal. I think it is personal.
The way that this guy is just painting, he's painting subjective stuff to being very criminalize it. In every single thing, like all this lottery here, and then this, and then look at this other prize and stuff like that.
Well, it's not subjective, right? It's in the eyes of the law that is illegal. Let's put it this way, okay? I mean, your brain is racking, and I could see maybe it's wondering, okay, if he's doing this bad out in broad daylight, why isn't he being arrested, right? But there's so many things that has happened in broad daylight that goes kind of unpunished, right? Everybody turns an eye. I see people illegally selling burritos out on the street every single day. You just turn a blind eye. Sometimes blind eyes are turned. I think with Mr. Beast, it has been for so long because he has done. They're great.
Oh,
maybe that's why, right? And Mr. Beast has great videos. Maybe that's why. You know, you just look the other way for entertainment. Yes, eat your burrito, watch Mr. Beast. Doesn't matter, right? Who gives a shit?
About now, this stream did say we are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer? Would you prefer that we throw money in random orders, or that we throw items in random orders? Yeah.
Somebody screamed in chat, "I want to switch. Hey, buy a shirt."
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
Which each giveaway is its own independent event. You can't give one prize to someone who buys something and a different prize to someone in chat. The prize where you have to buy something is still an illegal lottery, which obviously Mr. Beast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability, you know, pretending to be ignorant of the law.
You know, YouTube's a little different than this. Yeah. Because YouTube, I can just do stuff like that. I can just be like, you know what? Pull up a database of 100 people that bought chocolate bars and pick 100 random ones. Got it. I think I can do that over here. I don't know. So I don't want to say anything. And then someone be like, yeah, actually, that's illegal. Right.
I could not find any way to enter the big Tesla giveaway without spending at least $42.
And we're giving away a Tesla to someone random who bought stuff.
They also gave away 24 tickets, which gave you the opportunity to be in a video. Again, most of these tickets you had to make a purchase to win.
One random person that buys in what time frame? 10 minutes. We're going to put this in someone's order that buys something. And we're going to have 24 people. We're going to put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no Mr. Beast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Unless it ended up being 100 people in a circle competing for $500,000, but that's a smaller prize and much worse odds. So like, did they just pocket the money or what? Hey, it's the pilot guy. Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
Even though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac. Another thing that just annoys me is Jimmy constantly says during these live streams that he's just doing this for fun because he loves giving things away.
Oh, and I just like giving away stuff. It's kind of fun to me.
Imagine you just lost a bunch of money at the casino, and the owner comes out and he says, "Guys, the reason I do all this, I just love giving away money." Also, you're 7 years old in that example. It's insane that he can flip these massively profitable illegal lotteries targeted towards children as an act of generosity.
That guy is dressed as Minecraft.
Place an order at
Definitely for children.
Anyone watching any of the lives. And we're going to throw iPhones in some of them.
And again, there are very few videos of this live stream on the internet. I think Mr. Beast probably copyright strikes re-uploads. But almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, he won. Wait, really? Let's go! Wait, that's literally like his initial.
So are we denying the fact that he doesn't donate to causes, organizations?
No, I haven't seen this video all the way through. I probably watched that first 10 minutes. A lot of this stuff right now is new to me, but maybe that'll be brought up, but maybe not. I'm hoping he's donating to charity as he says he does.
Well, what I'm saying is that, you know, he probably keeps his, he probably has a lot of brand deals. He probably has
Definitely
a lot of other stuff. And that's probably how he, I guess, maintains a lot of his
well, he does have, I do believe, the #1 merch out of all influencers, which is Feastables. Do you know what Feastables are?
No, is it food?
It's chocolate bars.
And I think I guess it would be like me telling my kid, "Hey, your chances of winning one of these things, I wouldn't buy into this too much. But is he doing good for the world?"
He plants trees. I remember he did one thing where he tried to plant, what was it
I mean, he's donated to an organization, right? He
million trees.
He donated to poverty, right? He
I'm
donated.
sure he's done plenty of.
He does plenty. So I'll tell you this: whichever side he comes out of this on doesn't change me at all. I'm not really into those buying into those prizes and stuff like that. I don't really think any different.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you because you would
me, right?
you're an adult.
Yeah,
and a lot of adults don't fall for that stuff, right?
So kids, yeah,
like I mentioned before, you're just protecting the kids. But I have talking to some people, and like I said, I could play Mr. Beast advocate also on the side because he is technically just entertainment, right? However he goes about doing that entertainment, that's all it is. People will still watch him, right? People will still love Mr. Beast if all this stuff is true. The only thing that would sway people, I think, from watching Mr. Beast is if he had some Ava-like allegations towards him, right? So as of right now, right, we wish Mr. Beast the best. Carry on. You philanthropist, right? Entertainer. He's everything for YouTube, and I'm pretty sure YouTube's going to try to protect him all they can. They're cash cow.
Really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts, so when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. Now, this commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched a live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer, Mr. Beast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt.
Which that basically just means that the kid misinterpreted what Mr. Beast said, which kids are prone to do. They don't really understand half the things that probably Mr. Beast is saying about his giveaway or the rules and restrictions. That's going to go over their head. All they hear is they're going to get a prize. I think that's what that alluded to.
Yeah, yeah, when I think about it again, I'm like, yeah, it just depends. So it depends on the means of which you're doing it, how bad it is. And I just think that, so I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a young child.
Exactly.
Or at least try to remember when, didn't have internet back in the days, but I'm trying to remember, like,
being an impressionable, right?
Yeah. But the thing is that I don't watch a lot of his videos. I watch some of it and I've caught highlights of it, but it's really all contests, right? So I don't see my son remotely interested in this because the format of it is like, it's not, I'm not sure how
you'll be surprised.
I'm not sure how he's sucking you in for kids that are like, I guess I don't know. But then again, my son is really, really young, so I don't know. Maybe
you'll be surprised.
Maybe your son
they
is
find
more
entertaining.
equipped to understand.
He doesn't watch Mr. Beast.
Well, would he understand and be kind of like allured by, would be entertained by what he's doing, like because these contests and all this other stuff.
He might be, and of course, me and my wife are always there to tell him what's what. We're always home, right? We work from home, So we have that luxury to do that. I know a lot of parents don't. And maybe they just sit their kid down with an iPad and just say, okay, behave, not necessarily knowing what's going on. And they might get a Mr. Beast thing and misconstrue the whole thing of telling their parents, if I buy this shirt, I'm going to get $100, which happened to that lady.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Beast knows exactly what he's doing. He looks like a bright fellow. Maybe he's doing it with that knowledge to do something great in the world. I don't know. I don't know what his thought process is. Maybe he will drop a tweet one day explaining himself, and maybe it'll all make sense. So,
well, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what does somebody do when they keep on chasing bigger and better things, right? You know, like you said, he founded Feastables and doing all these prizes, these big, massive prizes and contests. He probably has, I don't know, restaurants. He probably has businesses out there. I don't know.
he did Mr. Beast Burgers.
So what is he doing with this? Is his goal? Has he ever talked about, like, my goal is to make the world a better place? That's
we'd have to be fans. Those are things that you have to be a fan to know, or just a basic reporter or journalist, right? To do a life story on him to know that stuff.
And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed, but I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which Mr. Beast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed by Mr. Beast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the Mr. Beast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by Mr. Beast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using Mr. Beast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is Mr. Beast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC.
Lovely, right?
Looks around, quickly slides the shirt.
And he hides it.
Could you make it any more obvious? You know, you don't accidentally have someone else's signature as muscle memory. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand's signature, even though it's clearly implied that this is
I'm pretty sure that's why Mr. Beast decided to sign everything MB anyways. Because I do believe, like, on other things, he signed it Beast. Or full out Mr. Beast. But this is MB, so that everybody, easier to sign for himself and easier to forge.
Signature, which was established during the last live stream.
Hey! MB, Mr. Beast. So this is Mr. Beast's signature.
No way, this one was signed by Mr. Beast. It's just got the MB, but that means it's signed by Mr. Beast. That's obviously his, Mr. Beast. This is so cool. That's obviously his, Mr. Beast.
You know, some people bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all Mr. Beast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day. This was clearly muscle memory, and judging by his body language, he knew he exposed this. Even Tariq notices Tyler slip up and immediately looks into the camera, looks guilty, and then readjusts his body and rubs his hands together. Also, Mr. Beast said during the live stream that this is the last.
I like how he
and
he just paints that picture. He looks at the camera, rubs his hands together, so he knows what's up.
Yeah, he is painting a narrative there for sure.
Illegal lotteries targeted towards children and selling fake signatures. I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
You're very smart with your money.
The guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
By this point, Mr. Beast noticed a problem with these CTA giveaways. I mean, obviously they're illegal, but more importantly, they're not as profitable as they could be. Look at it like this. There are two value propositions at play here. The perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like these $42 t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery. That's what's most profitable because humans can't accurately comprehend the difference between 1 in a million odds versus 1 in a billion odds. They both kind of just compute as, I have a small chance to win, which Mr. Beast is well aware of this flaw in human mental arithmetic.
Past a certain point, the average human is like, large sum of money, click. And like larger sum of money doesn't really impact the viewing experience.
So also the larger your audience is, the more profitable a lottery will be. Anyway, Mr. Beast wanted the cheapest product possible to use for these CTA giveaways. Basically a piece of paper, but you obviously couldn't sell a piece of paper without getting backlash. So in January 2021, 3 months after the last shirt signing stream, Mr. Beast did a live stream where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. Wait, JPEGs that are going to the moon? And of course he did more illegal lotteries.
Just to keep things fun and interesting, as if putting a photo on the moon isn't interesting enough. Someone who puts a photo on the moon, or if you buy the bundle, whatever, and the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to be in a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded. So obviously Mr. Beast refunded everyone, right? Right? Is it Mr. Beast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as for $10 I will put your photo on the moon?
For $10, I'll put whatever picture you want on the moon.
When he couldn't guarantee that? Yes, of course. October 16th, 2021, same thing. Buy this shirt to be in a video.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, then my people give me the name. So, the first person that we're inviting to be in our Squid Game, if you want to enter, click the link in the description, buy the shirt or hoodie, is Alonzo Diaz.
Bro, there's an actual $100 bill.
Oh, no. Wait, really?
Like they actually sent a $100 bill.
Wait, what does it say? Oh, now we have to read the message. You and your crew are an inspiration to our young ones. He wanted to send you $100. Everyone click the link or the view product thing in the bottom left. We're gonna open 3 packages, and whatever's in those 3 packages, we're gonna give someone random that buys.
Mr. Beast is the American dream.
Now I'm going to get to what, in my opinion, is the most unethical CTA giveaway that Mr. Beast has done. But before I do that, I really want to drive home the point that the closer a sweepstakes is to an illegal lottery, the more money it makes. Because, you know, every customer is supposed to be informed that they can enter easily for free and that making a purchase does not increase their chances of winning. Like, you're supposed to say no purchase necessary in all of your promotional material, which Mr. Beast does not do. This legal gray area only leads to people getting scammed, especially the elderly and children, who are also being introduced to gambling. The only people who benefit off of sweepstakes are influencers and scammers. Remember Wizza, a sweepstakes company that got exposed as a total scam and shut down? Even Omaze, the charity sweepstakes company, got exposed as a scam and had to shut down in the US. Or back in the day, there was Mystery Brand. You remember Mystery Brand?
So Mystery Brand is a website where you purchase different boxes with chances of winning things. Take, for example, this women's Christmas box. It costs $15 to open, and you can win the most expensive Los Angeles realty. But you can't even click it, okay? It doesn't even give you more information, but apparently it's worth $250
These scams exist, and plenty of people fall for them because their favorite influencer talked about it. It's sad, and that's how crypto scams happen all the time too. Sigh.
Yeah. Well. I love that you can't click it. Like, they're just like, trust us. There's a $250 million house with your name on it. All the way down to Icicle. Site balance. I'm willing to bet that this is probably what 99% of the people are getting.
Hey, at least Mr. Beast never wanted to work with this obvious scam. I mean, at least Mr. Beast's manager never went on some podcast and talked about how Mr. Beast really wanted to work with this company. Oh, what's this?
Is there anything you've had to say no to?
Yeah, tons. Yeah, so a good example.
So it was about 3 years or 2.5 years ago when I started working with Jimmy. What was becoming really popular were these like mystery loot crate, like internet sites where it's basically like CSGO skins, but you'd go on and be like, here's the Supreme box and you'd pay $50 for it. And remember,
yeah, didn't Ricegum did
yeah,
quite a
Jake
few
Paul,
people.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know Graham Stephan?
Mm-mm.
He's this influencer, a financial influencer. He's also a piece of shit. FYI. He would do anything for money. Any advertising you want to do on his channel, if the price is right, he's gonna do it. He just recently scammed some people out of, not directly, but by promoting a bank to his audience, and it turned out the bank was withholding everybody's money after that. So it was somewhat a scam. But anyways.
Yeah. They
I hope you got your money back.
Jimmy was he wanted to
Wasn't
work
me,
with
bruh.
that company.
I didn't put my
because there's a
$5 in
lot
there.
of money, and we wanted to give that money away in a video. And I had to talk him back on it. I was like, listen, we're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negatively. So it's a long conversation that him and I had to have.
It's so weird. This whole thing about never promoting gambling. Mr. Beast is admitted gambler, and he has done a video where he would buy like thousands and thousands of dollars of lottery tickets and just scratch them in the video to see if he won or not. I watched that one. I was intrigued to see if he would win or not. I forgot he didn't come out on top, but it was an interesting video to watch. It's the way they edit it, you know. It's like this boom, 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 exciting way of presenting a video that Mr. Beast has pretty much perfected.
Which eventually we passed on the deal, and then Jake Paul and Ricegum ended up doing that deal and got a lot of hate for it.
Jimmy, why is your manager saying that you wanted to promote this obvious scam to your young, impressionable audience? Mr. Beast launched Feastables, his new chocolate brand, back in January 2022.
I want to tell you guys about my new snack company, Feastables. They're made with only 5 ingredients, but still taste amazing. And I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are going to have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory.
Willy Wonka.
And on top of that, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes.
Golden ticket.
Dude, I need to buy these.
It's interesting to look back at this because a large part of Feastables' marketing campaign was the fact that it's a better for you brand, that it's healthier for you than Hershey's. Less sugar, only 4 ingredients, all organic.
I wanted to just make a better for you snack brand because I think a lot of the stuff out there is
Get
just
ready for
terrible
it.
for you.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher.
The thing with Feastables is maybe the one thing I would say.
What's that product placement, by the way? Happy Dad. You know about that?
I do know about Happy Dad too. It's this this other influencer, I forgot his name, but they do a podcast called Full Send, and I don't watch it. I think it's annoying, but they also released this beer called Happy Dad, so they're doing fine. So
Okay.
yes,
But
but
what about Feastables? Yeah.
Feastables is the only thing I would right now say is the worst thing Mr. Beast has done that's come to light in terms of shady marketing, in a sense. And you'll see why. Well, you've already seen a little bit of why. It's only 5 ingredients, right? It's more healthy than Hershey's, okay? That's where we're leaving.
Higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
I got all the Feastable chocolates. Let's try them and rank them 1 to 6.
I'm gonna be honest, totally not biased because if it sells more, I make more money.
I'm gonna be honest, and I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt.
Compare it to Hershey's. It's our Crunch Bar.
Okay. This is the one you believe in.
Yeah.
Okay, now Mr. Keith Lee.
Oh shit, you know somebody.
I really like
that is
him.
Keith Lee. No,
really like
everybody
Keith
likes him. If he loses his aura of honesty, yeah.
And it's
So-
legit. I mean, I think it's legit because like he's been in restaurants and he traveled. Right now he's doing a tour. There's a bunch of restaurants he hits and he does blind buys. You know, like he gets I wouldn't know about blind buys, but basically he sends his family members to work. So it's a legitimate, fair recruitment of food, and then he judges. So I think I saw this video before, and
it's an ad. Looks like.
Yeah, I don't remember. Is he endorsing it? Go ahead and play it.
No? You don't like Crunch Bars?
I do like Crunch Bars, but
Yes, Keith
Let me try this.
Lee.
Maybe these are defective. Oh my god, this tastes good to me.
Look at that. You see this, Mo? So Keith Lee said, and then Mr. Beast asked him, "Oh, you don't like Crunch Bars?" He goes, "I do like Crunch Bars, but these are, you know." And Mr. Beast takes it away from him and go, "Maybe these are defective." Eats it himself and goes, "Oh my god, these are amazing." You see what kind of?
What does Keith Lee have to say?
He didn't like it, Mo. How many times I gotta explain it to you?
You stop in the middle. Come on, let's let
He
him.
had already said it, and you said, "What did he say?" I explained it.
I want to see, because usually when he does a video, if you watch his video, there's more to it. He adds to it. So he goes, "I give fairness for this. Could be this. Could be that." So he usually embellishes a little bit more. So I gotta watch the whole thing.
All right.
So keep going.
Yes.
We're gonna go back.
Not crazy, Jamie.
No? You don't like Crunch Bars?
I do like Crunch Bars, but again, it's too sweet.
Let me try this. Maybe these are defective. Oh my god, this tastes good to me.
Wait, we're supposed to be ranking them. I rated the first one, so we going completely off of.
Oh,
we going completely off of.
We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients. Infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there.
Also my favorite so far.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't realize you were a dark chocolate guy.
I'm not a super dark chocolate guy. I do love dark chocolate. I get it a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this, man.
man,
Okay,
get a little
okay.
higher.
I'm starting to figure this man out. You're gonna like this one, right? You like salt? I read you as a sea salt guy. I'm gonna get rid of these.
I love salt.
I love Keith Lee right now. All right. He's real. He's a real one.
I want the
No, you just don't. Trust me. You like. You're a dark chocolate kind of guy. Yes. I can read the room. The room is red.
Now.
So, he said he didn't like the chocolate. Mr. Beast grabs the chocolate.
7 or 8 out of 10. That's what he gave it?
Yes, that's still bad, right? The other one he gave him was a 7, 8 out of 10. I bet you inside Mr. Beast like, "Oh, fuck, I thought he would like it." But how can you grab your own chocolate that you're shilling, eat it, and go, "Oh my God, it's so good. It's 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10.
Well, yeah.
How do you have the audacity to do that? I never seen that clip before. Now that I just see it, I love Keith Lee, and Mr. B just dropped down one notch in authenticity to me. For real.
Yeah, I saw that. But then I also don't think the bar is that bad, because 7 to 8 from Keith Lee is pretty good. He does a lot
I'll
of
say
reviews.
that. No,
7 to 8 is pretty good.
I've eaten Feastables.
Okay.
And I would give it a meh. The one that Keith Lee just ate that's supposed to mimic Nestle Crunch. Nestle Crunch is better. Hands down. That's all I gotta say.
What's meh for you? Like 2 out of 10?
Meh? No, I'll give it a mid 5.
Okay.
You know, I'm not reaching for Mr. Beast, you know? So
yeah. So if I'm glad he had because that's like the benchmark. That's like the litmus, if you would, the litmus test of whether you're genuine or not, is like having somebody who is like Keith Lee is pretty genuine. It's proven time and time again.
Yep.
That he's been pretty genuine about a lot of different things. And him being honest on your channel. I'm curious to see if he posted on his, or it was a collab or not. So I'm curious to see on his channel what it looks at in that perspective. But yeah, that did not look good with Mr. Beast just kind of.
And I tried the one
product.
I tried the one that Keith Lee ate, the dark chocolate. It is pretty good for a dark chocolate, but it does not taste like dark chocolate, bro. It tastes like the thing has been loaded with sugar, milk. It's almost milk chocolate, advertised as dark chocolate with a little bitterness. That I'm serious about that. Yeah. So it is good, but it ain't dark chocolate.
Now in 2024, Mr. Beast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's.
This is where it gets
sugar and more calories
unacceptably
per bar. And this initial ad for
false.
Feastables where he calls it healthy is still getting millions of views a month. Also, I don't think you should ever advertise it as over $1 million in prizes.
So, in general, why I thought that was so bad was he had this video that was advertising Feastables as a healthier option to other bars and stuff, and it was. But it turns out that people didn't like it. A la Keith Lee, right? They didn't like it as it was, so he changed the formula, added more sugar, but he didn't release a video about it. So the only video advertising the Mr. Beast Feastables was the one that's saying it's healthy and giving you stats that do not exist anymore. That sounds pretty bad to me.
Let's see here.
To be upstanding, he would make another video and go, okay, I've upped the sugar in my Feastables. And guess what? I'd stand up and I'd applaud and I'd go buy some Feastables.
Well, I'm looking at a Walmart order of Feastables here.
Okay.
And the nutrient values isn't as bad as what that just showed on the video. So scroll back.
Really? Let's
go back to that video.
Let's crack it.
Okay, so hold on here.
Let me move his hand away.
So this is Mr. Beast Feastable milk chocolate. Let me go to, I'm looking at dark chocolate. Let me go to Feastable.
Why don't you share a screen? Share your screen.
All right, hold on. Let's see here. Share.
I think I have to let you share, right? Yeah. Let me see.
Let's do this.
No, I allowed everybody to share. It's good.
All right, which one is it? This one. Do you see my screen?
Yes. Okay.
So here, you're looking at
this. So I'll read to you what I'm looking at over here if you forgot. Okay. Yeah. So this is milk chocolate. Do you got the milk chocolate one?
No. Yeah. This is dark chocolate. Let me see what I can find.
Yeah, the one that has the red around the milk chocolate.
Let's just go here straight to Feastables. Do they have it on here? I wonder if Walmart sells this one too. Is this milk chocolate?
Yeah, this is the one.
Let's see if
$1.52. I paid $2 something.
Okay, so yeah, this doesn't look too bad to me. So what's your show?
Okay, so Feastables, 320 calories.
This is 106, one serving right here.
Interesting. 30 grams of sugar.
And 17. Well, what would you say? This is 15 grams of
30
sugar.
grams of sugar. 60% DV. What does that mean?
DV. Where do you see DV?
Well, that's on my screen. This is what he's showing. What the fella is showing.
So this is like, obviously this is in the marketplace. This is on Walmart. So this is legitimate. This is what's out in the market. And the way I read this is 10 grams of fat here. You've got 17 grams of total carbohydrates, which you know is comprised of sugar and stuff.
Yes.
Dietary fiber. Total sugar is 15 grams. And so that basically would leave you with like, I don't know if it's soluble sugar or not, but anyways, what I saw in the video seems a lot more than that.
It's double the sugar and the calories is also double. So let's say if Walmart never updated it, because I don't think Mr. Beast would want it updated.
No, FDA has, I mean, you have to keep this. I mean, there'd be legal ramifications.
Yeah, FDA is another can of worms that we will not open.
Well, you gotta trust somebody, right?
You know, we do have to trust someone, and that's what we're doing. We're gonna blindly trust that the FDA has relegated Mr. Beast and his Feastables.
I mean, yeah, this calls in question of how this guy's presenting the narrative he's doing here.
I wonder if anybody mentioned it in the comments. Maybe we should go over the comments, but it'll take forever to find this. Let me well, we're gonna edit this video.
Here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look at Hershey's on Walmart order and see what that looks like.
Okay. Well, I can see what he has for Hershey's here. Let's see. Hershey's is 25 grams of sugar.
Hershey's.
So it's just a regular Hershey's milk chocolate. I don't think that's it.
Hershey's milk chocolate? I mean, they're all
the same. Packaging is weird, but I guess
okay. You want a single one, I guess.
Where is the regular Hershey's? There, one bar. The one that says 1 bar on the bottom.
Yeah, this is much more calories. Let's take a look here.
210. That's just about right.
2 grams more fat. The other one is 10 grams of fat. This is 13 grams of fat.
And carbs is 26. So that's about right. Sugar's 25. Yeah, that's about right. So the Hershey's bar is correct.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if Mr. Beast's Feastable is correct, or is this guy just really trying to do a hit piece right now on Mr.
Well,
Beast?
no, I mean, we have to trust that the FDA. I mean, if you're using the labels FDA as a benchmark, as a litmus test, then you have to say this comparison one by one. You got Hershey's here, looking at the Walmart order nutrient values, and you got well, not in Walmart, the nutrient value packaging on a Hershey's bar and nutrient value package on the Feastables. That's a one-to-one comparison of an organization. So it's all relative at that point, and that doesn't line up with Feastables for what he just did. So, and I was just curious, just looking at that.
So should we give Mr. Beast the benefit of the doubt that he didn't increase the sugar in Feastables?
I don't see any signs. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything that said it was increased, but so there. Yeah.
I mean, we'd have to do a little more digging. Maybe I'll do some private investigating. But anyways, I guess we'll just say
you can investigate both. You can investigate both ends, right? Because in this video, it's basically he's demonizing or attacking Mr. Beast. So
yeah, we want the truth. That's all we want over here.
So you can look for. Did he really do something, or let
me just Google that. Did Mr. Beast increase the sugar in Feastables? New Feastables review. This is February 2024. They removed the organic ingredients and most importantly added soy lecithin as a result of a creamier bar that is much softer.
It's just more processed stuff.
More processed shit, yes, for sure. That's killing us. Whole Foods, everybody. Go eat a steak. It's delicious and it's whole. But anyways, we'll just say this part is just a hit piece. I don't know where he's getting his numbers from. Did he say? I'll just rewind a little bit, put it into share again. Maybe he did say.
This made out. You're gonna like this one, right? You like salt? I mean, there's a sea salt guy. I'm gonna get rid of these.
I love you, Keith Lee. You so honest.
No, you just don't. Trust me. You're a dark chocolate kind of guy. Yes, I can read the room. The room is red.
Now in 2024, Mr. Beast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's.
So he's saying this is changed in 2024. I am gonna do a little deep dive into this.
And even more sugar and more calories per bar. And this initial ad for Feastables where he calls it healthy is still getting millions of views a month. Also, I don't think you should ever advertise it as over $1 million in prizes when more than a third of those prizes are just coupons for more Mr. Beast products, forcing you to spend more money if you actually want to redeem them. Ooh, a $5 coupon for Beast Burger. Now a single combo only costs $20.
Bob's Burgers Palace or fucking Five Guys. If this shit can be successful, fucking Five Guys.
It's so good.
Who cares? It's called Five Guys. What kind of fucking name is that?
It doesn't matter. The burgers are good.
Branding matters.
Ooh, maybe you should have spent a little less time on this beautiful logo and more time on making the food actually edible.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Also, be for real, dude. Five Guys has a nice, clean, appealing aesthetic.
These agreements, we have to come to terms on.
Oops, my bad.
This is like a 8-year-old sloppy cotton candy piss burger. It literally
reaction
looks
video.
like a piss burger.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
Also, this digital wheel is not remotely representative of your actual odds. Mark Rober has talked about this common deceptive casino tactic before.
You recall from the Carnival scam video, the most lucrative games for the Carnival owner are those where people overestimate their chances of winning. That is exactly what happens in this game, thinking you were so close to getting a jackpot, when in reality, you weren't close at all. In gambling psychology, this is known as the near-miss effect, and people will spend much more money to try and win because they think they can just do it on the next one.
Hey, we took over Dave and Buster's though.
Out on Feastables.
We did.
And I'm trying to do this. Mr. Beast is teaching us gambling?
Minus points because there's no cool music. Anyway, let's get.
That does look like gambling, though.
One of them just so happened to go to a YouTuber with 700,000 subscribers at the time. Just pure chance.
I'm gonna like pop into my son's room if you're gonna keep going.
No,
Go ahead.
way. So it is like really like total chance. Obviously, like you're one of like hundreds of thousands of names.
Talk to Jimmy, Bella. What do you got to say to
Jimmy,
say
thank
to him?
you for picking us.
No, he didn't. It was random.
I know.
Was it though? Was it random? Also, this guy went on to win the chocolate factory, and extremely unlikely things do happen, but can we see how the winners were chosen maybe? Because knowing how important it is to Jimmy that every video has entertaining contestants through the whole video, it's a little suspicious. I'll just say, in my opinion, as somebody who worked for Mr. Beast, I don't think this large YouTuber won a ticket purely by chance. Also, I know that producers are sort of able to pull strings behind the scenes to give some contestants better chances than others. And he runs these sweepstakes to like bribe children with gambling to consume more sugar. Like, this is far worse than a lottery ticket because a lottery ticket doesn't give you diabetes and only pay out your rich and famous friends. Like, Mr. Beast is bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new people to the candy aisle, whether he wants to admit it or not.
People are just walking to the chocolate aisle, and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feastables. Like, people who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feastables.
You're creating a new market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
Okay, I guess he does want to admit it. You know, kind of a weird flex, not something I would brag about, Jimmy. Also, maybe I should mention technically I'm a certified nutritionist, which really just means I paid $1,200 for a course and then failed to launch a health food company. But I know that poor diet and especially excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America, including some of the health problems that Mr. Beast claims to care so much about. Blindness, deafness, loss of limbs. Mr. Beast also just launched a combo with Zaxby's, which if you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's.
I'm pretty sure this would be illegal in Europe. This is like more calories in one meal than the average 10-year-old is supposed to consume on a daily basis.
Tell me.
I mean, this alone seems pretty bad, in my opinion, because he does promote health for children and whatnot. So he opens a chocolate company. He opens a burger company. He teams up with Zaxby's to do the Mr. Beast box, another fast food fried chicken company. So where is it that he wants to help children here?
That is counterintuitive behavior.
I don't see it, right? I mean, if everything this guy is saying is true, yeah, Mr. Beast, you're kind of contradicting yourself, and it's not a good look if everybody's looking. So
what was it? The candy bar, and then what is it?
Mr. Beast Burgers.
Mr. Beast Burger, which is beef burgers, right?
Yeah, it's just hamburgers.
The hamburgers, right?
That have not gotten really good reviews. You know how Mr. Beast Burgers operates? It operates by finding restaurants. Here's his thing. He said, because it's during the pandemic, right? So he was finding restaurants that have fallen on hard times, which is pretty much all restaurants back then. And he used his fame to produce Beast Burgers through their kitchens. So if maybe through Yelp or Uber Eats, you could find yourself Beast Burgers if the kitchen is partnered with Mr. Beast all across America to make Mr. Beast Burgers in their kitchens. The problem with the whole Beast Burgers thing was there was no quality control. Everybody's burgers look different. Everybody's burger tastes different. And nobody really gave it a great review from the food reviewers that I saw. So was kind of a flop in a way.
I guess the more you listen to this, like only a kid would fall prey to this. It's like
he's your favorite YouTuber. You want to eat what burger he's making.
Yeah, it's like because you know, a burger can't be healthy for you, right? If you're
think about it,
healthy. If you're talking about obesity, right?
Think about all the food that he's making. Who is that targeting? Candy? It's kids. Hamburgers? It's kids. Chicken fingers? It's kids.
me how I'm killing little kids.
New research finds childhood obesity rates are getting worse.
The #1 killer in America is obesity. The number of deaths in overweight people surpass alcohol and smoking altogether.
For 30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a
Right into a Mr.
customer
Beast
who
chocolate
scans the QR
commercial.
code on the back
Right.
of the menu.
It's like he gives a piece, a news piece about how obesity is the whole pandemic, and then goes straight into. So he built this cutscene for that build up to see the juxtaposition between that. I was like, okay.
Yes, but if anybody would just stop to think about what Mr. Beast is doing in terms of his food, it's fishy, right? It's very contradicting.
Epidemic in the US only when it's profitable for them. I know this point isn't going to resonate with a lot of people because of how normalized high calorie and high sugar diets are in America. But like bribing children to get into the habit of consuming excessive amounts of sugar, like $10,000 a day as a giveaway is very deliberate because it's trying to create repeat customers that just buy out of habits. Like doing this, especially when you clearly understand how much of a health risk it is to these kids.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
It's honestly just fucking evil to me. And I pushed back against this a lot while I worked at the company.
And that's
For
why
Halloween
Feastables
year,
is his
Feastables
most
is planning on
egregious
putting
thing to me.
$1 million in a chocolate bar. And they wanted to do a bunch of like scummy marketing and shit. My manager literally said at one point that they wanted to associate buying a Feastables with your dream coming true. So they're pitching ideas like, you know, buy a Feastables, win 10K, buy a Feastables out of a vending machine, and the vending machine just starts spitting out money. Buy a Feastables and it has a ticket to Disney World, whatever, right? And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying. But I swear to God, I said to somebody at the company, I feel like Feastables is 70% a chocolate company and 30% a lottery targeting children. And this higher up person at Mr. Beast said it was probably closer to the other way around and was laughing about it. Like 70% a lottery, 30% a chocolate company. Everyone knows it's just the call to actions and call to action giveaways especially that drive sales. As soon as they stop, it's hard for large bargain retailers to sell this shit for 70% off. That's why they push them so hard. Once they stop the diabetes lottery, no one buys. Also, this is the website right now. Mr. Beast wants you to join the crew. Just so weird and scummy to me. I believe all the Feastables giveaways do have official rules and no purchase necessary clauses somewhere, but it's very difficult to find them. In traditional media, if you advertise a sweepstakes like in a commercial, you have to say in the promotional material itself, no purchase necessary. Somehow Mr. Beast gets away with not saying no purchase necessary in any of his promotional materials, not the videos, the descriptions, pinned comments, nothing.
To celebrate our launch of milk chocolate and sea salt, we went out and we bought 10 Teslas, loads of cash, and all these prizes you see on the screen. And prizes aside, unlike Hershey's, these bars only have 4 to 5 ingredients and just genuinely taste good. Go to Feastables.com right now and order some chocolate. Only problem is the chocolate river is deteriorating. All the
The only place you'll find no purchase necessary is either on the Feastables Twitter account because it's a rule of the platform, and even still they try to push it. No perched neck, or hidden deep in the Feastables website under a FAQ. And to enter for free, you have to mail in separate 3" by 5" hand-addressed written index cards, up to 10 a day. Do you think kids are gonna do that shit or just beg their parents when they're at Walmart for the YouTuber diabetes lottery ticket? How is this legal? How do you mail something without making a purchase? Cards, envelopes, stamps. The free entry method can cost more than the chocolate bar itself. Also, going back to sweepstakes law for a second, payment isn't the only form of consideration. Consideration can also be time or effort that directly benefits Mr. Beast in some way. Like, I don't know, if he told his fans to clean up and organize his Feastables displays in Walmart for a chance.
That's crazy. I actually remember this tweet when people were just like grabbing Feastables and making it look ugly. So he wanted his fans to go to the stores and set them up nicely. Isn't that wild? Is that an abuse of power?
Yeah, I don't, man. Yeah,
the more I watch this video, okay, I'm not going to give this guy all the credit in the world because he does have a vendetta against Mr. Beast. but he's bringing up some points where now that he's reiterating it in my ear, at least, about these situations that I do remember happening, it sounds absurd what Mr. Beast would ask people to do. Like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable to know that kids are, I mean,
Gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
He's kind of like brainwashing them to think that earning money is very easy and all this other stuff, making them feel very gullible and stuff like this. And just some of the things he does, it's just, yeah, it doesn't sit very well when you think about it.
Yeah.
So
it's very strange.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we could also say, hey, maybe Mr. Beast wasn't thinking super clearly. You know, he just like had like, you know, a thought and he tweeted it. It's just that he has, you know, millions and millions of people following. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I don't know.
I mean, I guess you can give him credit for the hustle. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I've never seen that before, but hey, if Mr. Beast, whatever.
Wants to win $5,000 shelfie cleanup and $5,000 drawing. They thought this was
Everything's a
going to be a
drawing,
monthly
man.
thing, but it got a lot of controversy. Obviously, how can I successfully clean up the shelves? Wow, glad you asked. No bars on the shelf? Go find an employee and ask them to check to see if there is product in the back room and ask them to bring them out so you can put it on the shelf to match the tags. What the fuck, dude? Imagine
I'm sorry. That's a wild thing to ask. That's even more absurd than the other. Go ask the employee to find more Feastables in the back and bring them out.
Okay, because they were running low. Sorry, I missed that.
Let's go back. No, we'll go back.
$5,000 shelfie cleanup and $5,000 drawing. They thought this was going to be a monthly thing, but it got a lot of controversy, obviously. How can I successfully clean up the shelves? Wow, glad you asked. No bars on the shelf? Go find an employee and ask them to check to see if there is product in the back room and ask them to bring them out so you can put it on the shelf.
That's crazy. Who would listen to something like that? Children. He is specifically honed in talking to children to do this. Because what adult is going to hear that? Go, oh man, I got to go help Mr. Beast set up his Feastables. Right? Crazy. Go to the back, bring out some more Feastables so I can help you set it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the job of
the guy you're asking. It's absurd, man. He wants free help.
Yeah,
it wouldn't sit well with me if like Carter grew up and he just was like, can we go to Walmart so we could help Mr. Beast set up? I'd be doing a hit piece on Mr. Beast at this point if that ever happened.
Well, I mean, I would probably just change my son's view and say, hey, let me explain to you what's really going on here.
Yeah.
We could have a piece about parenting too, right?
Yeah.
So you can't always say that, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't blame or hold public people or celebrities are accountable because they're role models, but if they're not your kids' parents.
Yeah, but it's crazy. If you think back, our parents really did raise us, right? Because our influence was whatever we caught on Sesame Street or cartoons or whatnot, but nobody was trying to raise us on TV. Social media nowadays is trying to raise our kids.
That's true. I mean, a different world.
And I'm serious about that. Yeah, it's a different world. So if we're not more hyper active in our kids' lives, they are raised by influencers, social media. You know, they get their thoughts. They don't know what gender they are anymore. You know, shit like that. So yeah, I think we have to be activists at this point in our kids' lives.
Yeah, I know not every parent is able to do that, though. Me personally as well.
That's the sad part. Yeah,
and through like very dire situations and very depleted and stuff like that. And you just rely on help and other resources to survive sometime. But you know, I guess it is what it is, right? You know, you
It
can't
is
be
what it
mad,
is.
can't be mad about, you know, some jerk out there making false accusation or marketing towards something that only benefits the needs of himself and stuff like that, because there are plenty of people that are going to do that over your time, and you knock down one, there's going to be another one, because
Yeah, exactly. That's why if you know that the battle is actually a war, then you just send your little soldier out there armed with common sense, I think, right? Just arm him with something to combat all this shit that he's about to experience, and I think he'll be just fine.
Imagine a 7-year-old looking for the Walmart manager so he can ask to stock shelves for a chance to be compensated. Dude, was Walmart in on this? This was not just one off-the-cuff tweet. This was like planned with instructions and graphics and everything. Also, a company asking children for selfies is a little bit weird. And while you're at it, if you want to maybe move some Hershey's bars and make sure that Feastables has plenty of space,
my God.
I wouldn't complain. Ah! I just cannot believe they were going to give
He made it like it was a joke.
to one of Mr. Beast's child laborers for stocking shelves. And no one at Mr. Beast was like, hey, this is a terrible idea. Actually, if you said that, you'd probably get fired.
This is the best tasting chocolate on earth. Good job, boys.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How do we know that's the best tasting chocolate in the world?
You're fired.
What? This is such horse shit. You can do that? I mean, that is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
The most shocking result was that Feastables never earned anything higher than a 3rd place ranking.
But I do think their branding is like world's best chocolate bar is how do you get away with that? World's best chocolate.
World's best pizza.
What does that even fucking mean?
Define that yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I would think you'd have to, I don't know. I'm sure whoever worked on his marketing gave some thought to it or something.
Okay, one last point of consideration. Prolonged attention is definitely a form of consideration. In the attention economy, it is the valuable resource that advertisers directly pay MrBeast for. So in these live streams when MrBeast says, hey guys, today we're doing a bunch of illegal lotteries, but also we're going to be giving away some free stuff to people who keep watching. He does that to boost viewer numbers.
I'm going to give you guys a reason to keep watching, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. Randomly, I'm not going to tell you when, it could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. I'm going to randomly pick one person watching this IG live stream and one person watching this YouTube live stream. I'm going to give you each $5,000. So, keep watching.
There's no predictable intervals for...
Doesn't it just keep sounding more predatory as it starts to sink in? It's
say whenever you say predatory, predators, do this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Oh yeah, the sign. No one can see you right now.
Do that. Do that jab, that shank. Do that, okay?
Oh, yeah. We learned. What was it? Oh no, it's down.
Yes, no, it's like this. It's like this.
But it was like a liver shot. That's hey, whoever knows sign language knows exactly what we're doing.
Yeah,
That's the sign for predator.
When MrBeast will give things away for free to people who watch, so you have to be present when they happen, which means viewers have to keep watching, which is time and effort that directly benefits MrBeast. The more viewers, the more money MrBeast obviously makes, either directly through sales or AdSense or just getting boosted in the YouTube algorithm. So even the free giveaways could and should be against the law. MrBeast just uses gambling psychology to exploit young children for profit. He's just become the first casino where the currency you pay with is
agree.
Attention.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course.
Or labor or money sometimes.
Yeah, his core audience is like, I'd say like 10 to 12-year-old boys. Older people
Look at that.
are a little bit
Look how
over
young
him.
they
Some
are.
people kind of question the ethics, you know. They sometimes say in these videos where he like builds all these wells or, you know, cures people of this blindness. It's almost like he's exploiting people for these views. So older audiences don't love him, but this tween audience, they love him and they're thinking, you know, watching him could get me a car, so why wouldn't I?
I'm gonna give you guys a reason to keep watching.
Okay, now as far as fake giveaways go, I'm sort of limited in what I can say without exposing confidential information and getting sued. So my official statement is that sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional. Here's one example where someone on Reddit posted saying that they were promised free dog food for life in exchange for letting Mr. Beast use them in a video. 5 months later, they still haven't received their dog food. I actually sent this post to someone who works at Mr. Beast, and they said they were going to send it to the PR team, and then the Reddit post got taken down. So I don't know if it got resolved. Here's another example of things slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would do different is invest. And I know what y'all about to say. Y'all about to go to the clip too, where Jimmy said that we set a certain amount aside to invest.
I know you talked about wanting to maybe invest
so this guy is a
50K
disgruntled
and then set aside, like, the other
winner
23 for just other little nuances here and there.
This is not me calling anybody a liar or anything, because I know what y'all do. I know what the internet does. But what I think what happened was somebody that worked for Mr. Beast or something like that was supposed to probably help me invest, but that didn't happen. I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man, I don't.
Look at his name. Well, right now it sounds like he's being a Mr. Beast apologizer, and his YouTube name is Man Too Nice. I think he is too nice.
I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So
if you actually watch this video, you know, Mr. Beast does say that they're not going to be irresponsible, that they're going to try to set Mark up for life, and that they are going to help him with investing.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future. So we're going to make smart purchases like a house, cars, and do some investing.
But according to Mark, Mr. Beast only gave him an hour to plan what house to buy, and then gave him only 24 hours to spend the bulk of his money for a video.
Time. I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have planned out stuff better. Like, that was the best example I can give you is when we had planned out the house and stuff. I literally had an hour. He had somebody come to my house, and we sat down and we planned all this in an hour. Yeah, they came to my house and we planned this out, and yeah, in about an hour. So I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have did a couple things differently on the time management side, which I guess I really couldn't help because I had to spend it. I had to spend the money and I had to like do all this. So
I'm starting to think he might have been a little bit better off if you didn't make him spend $1 million in 24 hours for content.
Can I just say, I'm super glad you won the $1 million.
All I need from you is a signature right here. The vehicles are yours.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future.
You better not read it. You're a millionaire. You ain't got time to read.
The more you show us around, the more I'm like, thank God you won the $1 million.
So, you're selling Krabby Patties, eh, Plankton?
That's right, Squidward. And there's a free bucket helmet with every purchase. Care for one?
No! You may have hoodwinked everyone else in this backwater town, but you can't fool me. I listen to public.
There's only 1 minute left. I think he's just going to throw in SpongeBob memes. I don't think we got to watch the rest, but my takeaway from this video is I get the impression that Mr. Beast at this point to me might be a diabolical genius. with wholesome intentions, with kind of unwholesome tactics. I don't know what that makes him. It makes him a walking contradiction of sorts. It's hard to know what to make of him. He's an entertainer. The most egregious thing, like I mentioned before, is his choice of food, the things he uses to peddle, right? Chocolate, candy, and fast food. I think that's the worst thing that comes out of this. I don't watch his videos anyways. I would probably tell anyone who wants to watch his videos to not watch it because there might be a chance that it's rigged. And other than that, I'll just mind my own business and let Mr. Beast do what he do as long as he doesn't come out with any SA allegations or whatnot. I mean, he's fine. Go plant some more trees, dude. You're all good with me, Mr. Beast. Just stop selling chocolate and fast food. That's all.
Well, if the question is, I mean, my impression is he smart? Yeah, it looks like he's pretty smart and clever in what he's doing. Is he ethical?
Yeah.
That's that's the biggest question, and it doesn't look like it, and it's kind of obvious there.
Yeah.
I mean,
in terms of the
philanthropy is a
lottery
form of altruism, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not giving the money right away. It's like, yeah, he's kind of like building the views, it's kind of feeding itself. It's feeding I guess Mr. Beast is feeding the beast, right? You know, the views and everything else is feeding this machine that continues like a cog that continues to move. And then it feeds upon itself. The more views, the more money, the more views, the more money you give away, the more views. And so is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. But is it ethical? No.
Bit misleading. I mean, the
yeah.
raffles and stuff, like the amount of raffles, amount of lotteries, right? Illegal lotteries is insane.
I mean,
we could do that right now, Mo. We could do something like, okay, the next 5 people that subscribe, we're gonna give you $100. A lot of people would subscribe, and we just never give it.
I'd subscribe right now myself, man.
Yeah, just subscribe. We'll give it to you.
I mean, if the money is not going to you or to the right place, then that's just wrong, right? If that's
yes,
and you know, I don't know if we can get receipts on that other than what this guy's provided here, and then it's like, okay, the guy, some of these videos that these people testify like, oh, I never got this, never got that, and that kind of sucks. Or it's like, it's kind of like what do you say, plausible deniability, because he doesn't know, like it's all written in a formal way where it could be misconstrued one way or another. Like, hey, we'll give you something within the, the next blah 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 and blah blah. And I guess that allows him not to have any litigation issues or something like that. I don't know.
Well, in that example, I think for Mr. Beast, for that example, I think the greatest sin of there is being disorganized. I don't think he intentionally doesn't want to give people shit. I just think his company is disorganized and has holes in it, and they forget. Look at that t-shirt giveaway. It looked like a mess, right? Next 5 minutes, he feels like yelling it out. Next 5 minutes, whoever orders, I'll just throw $1,000 in there. How can you just, organize all that? It's not. And you could see he was like, and then he'll throw out a different number. Who's keeping track of this? Right?
Yeah.
Those guys are half asleep. Look at their eyes. They look like they're about to go to sleep because it was like, what, a 20-hour stream or something like that.
Well, I mean, if they're not doing editing, if this guy's not editing the video, and these are just uncut videos, raw videos that were snapshot, like that the other dude signing Mr. Beast's name is like,
well, that he clearly did that.
I mean, if I was a kid and I wanted an autograph from my like I was a fan of sports, I was an autograph of a player, and I knew that was not, and I think they do that, by the way. I think they do that. I can't remember, but anyways,
fake signatures?
No, not fake signatures. Like I can't remember. I can't remember, but anyways, the point is that if I thought this was genuine and it wasn't, that would break my heart as a kid. That right there, to me, would break my heart right there, because I would go out of my way to get something that my idol had touched, or somebody I want had touched, and they never touched it and never signed it. That would be hurtful. Now, because that's pretty clear cut, right? That's kind of like, just for me as a kid, I understand that. But all this verbiage, all this other stuff, it's like, oh, okay, I may not get this. Yeah. So yeah, it's like all that stuff. But
hey, we're here for it. We just spent an hour watching this video, 2 hours in reality time. So
yeah, man, you just
we're gonna see what happens to Mr. Beast. I mean, I predict that it's not over for him, that this is just a snowball. It's gonna keep rolling. It's all Ava's fault for being transgender. Here's a fun fact about Ava, okay, that I just remembered. She has a sister on Twitter/X that came out and said that, and this is verified, by the way, I'm not just saying this, but she tweeted out that Chris, her brother, who is now Ava, is not transgender, just has a psychological problem and needs to seek counseling. Meaning, she gave an example that he used to take her clothes and wear them. So him being dressing like a woman and stuff is a fetish. He still finds women attractive. It's just a fetish to dress as a woman, like furries, right? Something like that. So that's another thing in that case.
Well, you gotta be careful of that because there are a lot of terms that you can be this and you can be this.
The word identify has never been so bastardized in history.
I don't know that space, so I don't comment on it because I'm not really privy on that area.
You talking about the transgender space? Yeah, there's none of us could really comment on that. We don't know anybody who's transgender that we know.
Right. Right. You know, like the whole thing what you said about Ava, being, having a fetish versus doing this. I mean,
that's her sister saying that. That's his sister. So I'm just reiterating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not making any allegations toward because I don't really know Mr. Beast, the whole series like that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, my prediction is, I think it'll blow over and it'll be just status quo because some of the stuff I remember hearing trending before viral videos, like some of the stuff that you saw, I remember just seeing that on one of my feeds and watching it and nothing came of it. I mean, there was actually a little bit of a of topic conversations over that. And then I may have delved from one link video to another link video, and then I kind of like had this thought in my head. I was like, yeah, this is not trustworthy. So I just kind of like put him behind the back of my mind. And so I think that unless it was very scandalistic,
scandalistic, yeah,
then you'll be canceled.